Moving on, some breaking updates coming up. Top defense sources have told Moneycontrol that India is exploring the possibility of a potential partnership with French aerospace and defense major Safran to enhance its engine-making capabilities for the Indian Air Force fighter aircrafts and to develop engines for the next generation Tejas light combat aircraft Mk2. The move after Operation Sindoor is aimed at broadening India's options to enable faster indigenous production of fighter jets for the Indian Air Force. US-based GE Aerospace is supplying engines for the IAF's Tejas Mk1 fighter jets to HAL, but delays in delivery have affected the IAF's upgradation timeline. And India is focusing very firmly on those timelines. Now, I have with me Nalin Mehta, editor of Moneycontrol, joining me in the studio here. Nalin, how significant could this be?
This is a very significant move, Shivani, because this is a move that has been decided on after Operation Sindoor. Fundamentally, is aimed at broad-basing India's options for the development and the expansion of the Air Force's fleet. Fundamentally, if you see, the Air Force has 31 active squadrons. It needs to get up to 42 as per its own avowed aims. In Operation Sindoor, we've seen there have been concerns about the reliability of foreign partners. There have been concerns about technology of transfer and so on and so forth. And there is also, the Prime Minister has made it very clear that Operation Sindoor is not over, that India reserves the right to hit back hard in the new normal, as he called it, in the Sindoor doctrine, if there is a terror attack, which means that India has to constantly keep augmenting and expanding its defense capability. So as part of that, a number of moves are being made in terms of the armament and the expansion of India's armament for the defense forces. This move is part of that. The idea is to increase the indigenous production of Indian Air Force fighter aircraft indigenously, to increase the speed of delivery, to increase all of India's options. Also, if you see the Tejas Mk1, it was first commissioned in 2009-2010. About 40 were commissioned to be delivered by 2016. They were powered by the American GE Aerospace's engines. The second order was in 2021, which was for about 80 aircraft. Which were again 73 fighter aircraft and 10 trainer aircraft, again to be powered by GE's engines. That is where the delay has been. The engines had, the first of these aircraft were to have been delivered by Hindustan Aeronautics Limited by the middle of last year, 2024. If you saw, Shivani, at the Bangalore Aerospace show earlier this year, there was that video that went viral of the Air Force chief berating HAL for this. HAL later put out a statement saying that it wasn't because of laziness but because of technical issues. One of those technical issues is that there's been a delay by GE in sending the engines.
This is also happening in the context of the unreliability of America as a partner for India, particularly in the defense sector. Do you think this is also sending that message?
So I think there is certainly signaling in this. The sources that we spoke to, the top defense forces we spoke to, clearly said that India is looking to expand, looking for all options, to expand the option on the table, right? And the aim is that India is not ruling out anybody, but India wants to have more options on the table, because we also now need to have much larger numbers of aircraft in a much faster timeline. So which is why Safran becomes important. If you, in the GE's case, the first of 99 engines that were promised to India, and the first of these should have come last year, has now been delivered now, and that will go on. But if India opening this line with Safran to explore the possibility of co-development, to explore the possibility of enhancing its engine-making capabilities and so on, opens up India's options, gives it another lever with GE, for example, and
puts pressure on the other delivery partners.
And I think, Shivani, very importantly, this move should not be seen in isolation. Today, also, Rajnath Singh, the defense minister, has inaugurated, has made a statement on the AMCA, the 5th generation aircraft, which has been opened with the Aeronautics Defense Agency, and the idea is to open it up to industry partnerships. So you're going to see the making of a new military industrial complex.
Absolutely.